Heidi. Could you not? You could not. Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. I'm here today with the very last haul of the year. My last one was in July or June, I think, so it's been a while. This was not a whole year. Anyway, I am becoming very picky with my books, especially because I still have so much on my shelves that I have not read, but there were a couple that I really wanted to get my hands on, so I'm gonna show them to you today, and this is definitely gonna be the last one of the year. So an easy chill video, and I'm here sat on the vlog camera with the background, super chill, because you guys seem to have enjoyed the very chill setting, and you know what, I'm gonna moan about it because it fits well for me. Just before I get into it, I want to speak about today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is a brand that really supports my channel through so many months now, and I absolutely adore them. It's an online learning platform where you can learn pretty much about anything. I used to look up some stuff about photography, and you can find stuff on lettering and bullet journaling and writing if you write that as well. There's How to Hear class that I think would be really cool, especially because, you know, one of us. It's just fun to see like a book community person there as well. Anyway, my most current use of it is I'm trying to learn more about Adobe Illustrator. The classes there are absolutely great for that. I really enjoy it personally, but whatever your spiel is, you can probably find something on there because there are over 25,000 classes and courses. As I always say, my favorite part is that it already went through quality control, so you're not gonna find something that kind of wastes a lot of the time with introductions and unnecessary blabber, so I really enjoy that it's nice and precise. Skillshare is also affordable with under $10 per month if you choose an annual plan, but if you don't want to commit, as always, I have a link down below for you to try out Skillshare for free for 2 whole months of premium membership. No commitment, so you can literally just give it a go, see if you want it. Really encourage it. I just honestly don't see why not. So even if you're not sure if there's something that you would like to continue on with, like, take the 2 months, try it out, you know. Thank you so much to Skillshare for working with me once again. It really helps me run the channel and get the videos for you and, well, technically buy these books, you know. That being said, let us get into the books, and I'm gonna start with the one that's, well, it's first of all, is on the top, but also it's a funny story. So I think I recently kind of discovered that I really enjoy Blake Crouch type of books with a bit of a sci-fi, bit of a mystery, bit of a what the hell just happened, and then I asked you guys to recommend me some, and some of you guys said next, but Michael Crichton, I don't know. So I got it, but spot something different about this book. Yeah, it's in bloody Spanish. And the Spanish is a beautiful language, but Spanish is a beautiful language that I do not speak. I actually decided not to return this and to donate this to a charity shop instead. I want to donate it. So it's gonna go to the charity shop, but I will probably be purchasing the English version of this. So, and it is my own fault, because it was funny when it came, I messaged AJ saying like, in my defense, it doesn't say it's Spanish, and literally said it in the title. Your girl just can't read, which might just unsubscribe now. Then I got myself a comic book that is very anticipated by myself and Logan. I think this might be our favorite comic book series in general. So it's technically a continuation, like a separate second series of Descender, and it is called Ascender. It is by the same creators and writers and artists, and I'm just very excited to see how this goes. I really hope, really have high hopes for it, but I also don't really necessarily know what to expect because it follows a next generation of what we had before, and I don't know what the conflict is gonna be there, but I'm very invested in the world, so I'm very excited for that. Then I got myself Queen of Nothing, and I think I'm gonna be reading this month, or I'm gonna try to read this month at some point, and this is by Holly Black. It's the 3rd book in the something series. The first one is The Cruel Prince. I actually surprisingly really enjoyed the first and the second one. It took me a little while to get into the first one, but it's just such a fun, short-ish read. Even this one is like 300 pages. Easy, but it's also a tease. Like, there's a lot of teasing going on, but at the core, you probably already know, but if not, at the core, this is a story about sisters that were taken from the Muggle world into the Feyland, and then our main character Jude gets muddled into the politics of there, but also kind of has this like love and hate relationship with the prince in that place. what's it called? I really like it. It's very fey. It's very, very fey. And I don't personally like furries, but if you do, you know, you do you. And the prince in here does have a tail. And a lot of people have like animal type of parts. So there's that. Then speaking of Blake Crouch, I've read his Dark Matter and I read his Recursion, loved both of them. And I'm gonna try reading his, I think first that book that got big, which is Pines. I know this was made into a show, and I also know from other people that it kind of only goes downhill after this book in the series, but that this book is nice, so I'm gonna read it. Let me know if you have read the series and if you think I should continue, if I do like this as well. So it seems to be about an agent who goes into looking for 2 missing agents, I think, but then gets into an accident and finds himself in a hospital with no idea of cell phone, and people are really nice around him, but something keeps seeming really off. I don't want to know anything else rather than that, because I know the type of books he writes, and if I know anything more, it might just kind of spoil the fun. So please don't say in the comments, but if you have read it, please let me know if you think this is gonna be just as nice, or if it shows that this was written beforehand. Not beforehand, but just before. Then going to another comic book. This is the 2nd volume in the Adventure Zone. I suppose then it is a comic. I don't know, but it's thick. This is like a chunker of a comic book, I suppose, that is all based around the D&D adventures of the Adventure Zone, which is a podcast. I haven't actually listened to the podcast. I know, again, unsubscribe. Like, actually don't, but like, I'm joking. And I really enjoyed the first one. I think I enjoyed it a bit more than Logan. Logan is obsessed about D&D. Like, literally everything he talks about is D&D related nowadays. It has been for a couple of months. Like, the guy is really... I got the second one because we did enjoy the first one. I think I enjoyed it a bit more, but it's super fun, it's very lighthearted, it's kind of like, I can see this one is really pink for some reason, but it's really playful and it follows a normal kind of usual group of D&D players. So I think there's a mage, a bard, I don't know who else is here, but it also has the Dungeon Master kind of pop up in some panels. So it's quite fun. If you like D&D, you probably will like this as well. It's just like good fun. Kind of for Logan really is Words of Radiance, part 2. The Stormlight books are so chunky that they're split into 2s. And I think this is the 2nd book of, either the 2nd book or the 3rd, I don't know. Anyway, Logan is reading this one. I am not actually, oh, part 2 of book 2, okay. Logan is super excited about this. He's a massive fan. I think it's his new favorite series. I'm still to get into the fandom, but literally everyone in my life that have similar opinions on books like I do loves it. AJ loves it, Cody loves it, Logan loves it. Like, not just love, but it's their favorite. So I really have very high hopes for this. I feel like I'm gonna be like excluded out of the group or just like shunned into an island if I don't, because my closest friends love it. So there's a bit of a tension there, but I'll get there, and I actually am sure that I will love it. If not, again, if I go missing, it's either one of those 3 people that did it, you know. Another little book I'm gonna mention was actually sent to me for a feature on Instagram, and I don't really do those often at all, but I really wanted to for this one because it just seems like such a fun, like, coffee table kind of book. And I'm mentioning it here because I know a lot of you guys enjoyed the tarot bits that I do sometimes at the end of my vlogs, and this is a new release, and it's called The Modern Witch's Guide to Happiness, but it has like all of the stuff about crystals and herbs, and it's just such a beautiful little book. I thought that if you were interested in that kind of thing as a self-care kind of thing, I don't know for the like more important part of when people actually practice as a practice. I'm more looking at it as a self-care kind of thing. If you're into that, might be a good shout to look into this if you wanted something nice and easy, because I think it's very easy to read and it's very beautiful, just very aesthetically pleasing book as well, if that matters to you. I only have a couple more things to go through. One of them is actually a Kindle book, and that is The Test by Sylvia Noel. He wrote Sleeping Giants, one of my absolute favorite trilogy, and this is a very short book. It's novella, I suppose, but it's kind of referred to as book everywhere. So it is like 100 pages, and I really need to remember to read it because I have it on Kindle, so I don't have it in front of me, and I'm simple like that apparently. If I don't see like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, maybe I am secretly a 2-year-old baby, I don't know. I need to remember to read this. It's basically there's this test, and I think it's all set in UK, and if like you don't pass the test, there's only 25 questions and you have to impress them to like be able to like stay or something, which just to me seems like commentary on Brexit, which is very on theme now, very on brand, so I might as well read it soon. That being said, also, if you have voting rights, please vote responsibly, but also don't let different generations decide on what happens. So vote, vote, vote. It might be too late by the time that you see it, but if not, vote. Second to last is The Starless Sea, which is such a beautiful book. I didn't realize how pretty it is. Like, it has the golden kind of matte foil. Oh, it's odd, but it's so beautiful. And this is by Erin Morganson, and I actually ordered this like recently, as you can see, from Amazon, and it showed like normal pages, but I actually got the sprayed edges, like the stenciled one. Is so pretty. Not that it matters, but it's very pretty. And look at the end paper, like how pretty. It's just such a stunning book. It is a chunker, but it actually has won our Read, Rate, Review Next Read. So I think we're meeting at the very end of January, like 31st of January is the date that we think that we're gonna meet. If there's anything changes, everything is gonna be on the Read, Rate, Review Twitter, which is at Read, Rate, Review 1, because someone already had the name and I couldn't be bothered to change it. So, but I'm very, very excited because I loved The Night Circus. I don't know how similar or different this book is, but this is, as far as I know, this is about a guy who finds a book, or an old guy? I don't know. A man who finds a book and starts reading it, and it seems like the book is actually written about him. So it's a book about his life, and then I think he goes about and tries to find out like how and who and what. So that's all I know about it. And I'm very excited to get into it. We have a good month and a half to get through it, and if you wanted to join us, that'd be great. But yes, that's me. How can I help? So that is The Starless Sea, and then the very last book I have here is Starsight, which of course I had to get. This is the second book in Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. There's 2 books of Brandon Sanderson in this tiny haul. That's kind of cool. But yeah, this is just a continuation of her story, and to begin with, it's a very kind of low-key sci-fi. I feel like it's a very easy to read sci-fi. Brandon, I call him Brandon Sanderson between friends because it's funny. Just slipped out. It's a very like, I think his writing style is just very suitable for basically anyone new or old to fantasy. And it's a really fast pace. It's all about a girl who needs to prove her worth and prove that her father was not a traitor, and it's all about on this colony where they have to live underground, but they have to go up to fight the attackers that keep coming, and they don't really know who they are, what they want. And there's a big plot twist at the end, so it keeps you going. And also there's a slug that talks. No, it doesn't talk. I think it just exists, but it's like fun. And a very, very sassy AI system in a ship. So if you like Illuminate kind of thing, but also Brandon Sanderson, this is perfect for you. But that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you read any of these, and let me know if you think I should prioritize some or the other. I hope that I'm not gonna take another like 3 or 4 years to get to these, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!